This is the third week of Advent. We're on Wednesday, December 20th, and we're going to hear from Isaiah. The virgin shall conceive and bear a son, and shall name him Emmanuel. I teach New Testament Greek, and the very first class, the first thing I do is I tell the students to put away all your notebooks, because I know what they're going to do. They're going to write the Greek alphabet down. They're going to write it down, and then they're going to learn it that night, right? So they're going to take it and learn it. But then they're going to come 2 days later to my class, and I said, did you learn the alphabet? And they're going to say no. And I said, why not? Because stuff came up. Because the metaphysics professor gave them a 10-page paper to do, and so that squashed the great idea that they were going to learn the Greek alphabet. So when they come into class, the first thing I do is I have them take away all of their notebooks, because I know that they're not going to learn the Greek alphabet that night. They're not going to learn it the next morning. No, they're going to learn the Greek alphabet now, right now. And so the first thing I do is I say to them, you can't chew alphabet soup and gum at the same time. And I tell them to say it. Of course, they don't want to say it because it sounds really silly. I mean, chew alphabet soup and gum at the same time. But I say, that's why I insist. So they say it. I say it louder. And I say it again and again and again. So at the end of 3 or 4 times, I say, congratulations, you just learned the first 3 letters of the Greek alphabet. Alpha, beta, gamma. He says, do you want to learn the fourth letter of the alphabet? You can't chew alphabet soup and gum at the same time on a Delta flight. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Do you know my class learns the Greek alphabet in 12 minutes? Do you know why? Because I make it easy. And that's what it means when God is with us. When Emmanuel is that wonderful story where Jesus is with us. And the Gospel of Matthew also ends on that note, I will be with you always. What does that mean? What does Emmanuel mean? What does it mean that God is with us? It means that God makes it easy. Things that are hard, like loving neighbors and enemies, and turning cheeks and forgiving one another. These are hard things. Being grateful and kind and generous. All of these things are God qualities. And then sometimes they're hard to do. But when you're with the Lord, it's easy.